Hello everyone and welcome to VRML Channel 1. Today for our first and only matchup of this cast today will be not BRAZEN badges, Mantis. I think they just recently renamed themselves, going against Baked Potato. This is a diamond matchup for the EU region, and joining me is Wazdaaa and Alocoste running the cams, running the show, making it look awesome as usual. So Wazdaaa, how are you feeling about this matchup?
It's my first time casting the European Union region, the EU region. It's my first time being on this stream, so I'm really excited to see what this other side of the ocean, what kind of talent do they have to bring. And I'm excited to see what's gonna go down here. We have Baked Potatoes versus BRAZEN Badgers. Now, looking at the seasons for both of these teams, we have some stats to go back to. Looking at Mantis, wait, not BRAZEN Badgers, looking at Mantis, they have had a pretty decent season here in this division. They have a 58% win rate, and they're looking pretty strong. They're not exactly top of their group, but they're making it work. However, on the other side of the aisle, looking at Baked Potato, their season just hasn't been the best. They started off in the Master Division, and they got demoted just a few weeks ago, and since being demoted, they've lost 2 games in this division. They've lost a game to Everest and Neo. And that is significant because one of those teams, Neo, Mantis has already beaten this season. So, it's not looking the greatest for Baked Potato. Mantis, however, they're looking pretty good going up into this matchup, and they're looking to take down their first Masters competition in this match.
I mean, it's going to be an interesting match, seeing as on the website Baked Potato does have 33 connoisseur votes going for them, and it looks like Mantis only have 3, so it's going to be an interesting match for sure, because Baked Potato just coming out of the Master Division not too long ago. Could be still the MMR kind of leveling out, because the 2 Master Tier teams that fall out of Master Tier after the Challenger Cup automatically get placed at the top of just the regular ladder, so it could be that going into play as well, and maybe the MMR just needs to level out now, as Pixel at the backline will take the disc for Baked Potato. Now, walking it up, we'll send the clear over. Your boy's picked up by your boy Sam. Looks like they're going for maybe a dribble into the bubble, but Mr. Blade with the slap back out the bubble.
Yeah, this chain here from Mantis is looking pretty strong early on. Your boy Sam and his teammate have been all over the place in this bubble. They're going to try and pass it down, but it will make its way to the right wall. Satori with the disc, looking for any opportunity. He's going to send it back towards his man Pixel Craze, and it's just going to be a passing game here, looking for any opportunities as they try to find some holes in the defense. A pass up to the top right will not find anyone, and it looks like the orange rebound could actually be there quicker, but it will hit the Geo and find its way to your boy Sam. Now the approach onto the bubble will get knocked out and it's gets sent back downfield, but actually it will not happen. Stuck in the pocket as it bounced off the bottom side. Now in the hands of your boy Sam. That's 2 orange members all the way down here, but the rebound is get picked up by Mr. Bullied. He sends it downfield, and finally it will be successful for the first time.
Now back in the hands of Pixel. Pixel just backing it out to Satori in the goal. Satori going for the long pass up to Scubs. Scubs trying to get it back, and it will connect back to Satori. Satori just making her way up now, sending it down to Scubs. Scubs making his way forward downfield. He isn't getting pressured by anyone, as Mr. Blade does just come up there. Ando tries to cover the pass, but it connects with Pixel, and Pixel will put it in for the 2 to give Baked Potato the early lead. Kind of early, 1 minute 37 goal time, but 2-0 in favor of Baked Potato with just about 8 minutes remaining on the clock as Mantis take Joust advantage.
Yes, indeed. Man advantage, or point advantage, Joust advantage. Here we go. It's going to get bounce back towards the Mantis side. I just realized I've had my side slip this whole time. My paper's doing no good for me. Baked Potato is on the blue side, I believe. Is that right? Am I right on that? Okay,
Yeah.
I was saying the wrong thing this whole time. Now sent towards Mantis's side. I feel so stupid. Your boy Sam now taking the disc. He'll send it down low because he has a teammate in the bubble, but it will get picked off by the defense. Mantis, well, they're trying to clear it, but Pixel Craze has other ideas. Baked Potato with the passes. Your boy Sam passes it up bottom left, up top for the rebound, and it's going to be recovered by Mantis. Satori has the interception. Now looking yet again for these opportunities. They've had some really solid passing plays, and well, that's exactly what got them their first 2 points. However, a rebound just really not that great. However, it will work out in his favor. An amazing series of bounces allows him to get an open shot on the net. Satori makes it work, and another 2 points goes the way of Baked Potato. They're looking strong in these first 4 minutes.
Baked Potato now 4 points on the lead with 4 points on the board. Mantis taking Joust advantage again. Just about 6 minutes 40 remaining on the clock as they do miss the Joust, and Scubs is there to put it in for the 3. Now Baked Potato 7 points in the lead with 7 on the board. This first round so far isn't looking too good for Mantis as we get down to like the 6 minute mark, but that's plenty of time for them to bring it back. Of course, this is a diamond matchup, so 6 minutes is plenty of time for them to score 7 points. Now, as they take Joust advantage, Stu for QB. We'll send it over to Mr. Blade. Mr. Blade quickly over to Ando, but Satori is there with the cover, making her way up, sending it down to Sam, or back to Sam even. Sam now down over to Scubs, just going wide of the pass, and it will end up in the hands of Ando. Ando dodging that first player from Baked Potato, but sends it straight into the hands of Sam. Sam goes to the shot, but Stu is there with the save in the goal. Now trying to send it back out, but it will just take some bounces back into the side of Orange. In the hands of Pixel cracks as he does send a pass over to Satori. Satori making her way forward now, going for a shot, and it will slip past the goalie. Baked Potato now 9 points in the lead.
Yeah, Mantis just not looking the strongest in this start. Their defense just doesn't have an answer for these passing plays from Baked Potato. They've been absolutely on point, and they've been able to accumulate 9 points for themselves early on in this game. We're not even halfway through this match, or through the first round even, and they still have a very significant lead. A fast rebound from one of the players on Baked Potato will try and get the disc, but it will not work. Finally, Mantis, they have control of the disc, and it's their turn to make a play. Looking for the pass towards that left side. It will miss, and as he'll get stunned out, the scramble for the disc. Who's going to come out on top? It's anyone's guess, but it will be Stu, and the push continues, but an unlucky bounce off of that Geo is just going to delay this push more and more, and that's going to allow Baked Potato to get this rebound and get this response for their push, and it just wasn't a very fruitful opportunity for them, and now Baked Potato have the disc yet again on their opposing side. Still 0-9, and oh my god, another shot, quick and clean from your boy Sam. They're up 12. 11. They're up 11.
Well, it's looking good for Baked Potato, not so good for Mantis at the moment. Baked Potato 11 points in the lead and 11 points on the board. Mantis still with nothing, as we do just go past the 5 minute mark, the halfway mark of this first round. Now back into the hands of your boy Sam. Your boy Sam trying to send it into the bubble. We'll just take a bounce off some Geo into the hands of Mr. Blade. Mr. Blade sending it back to Stu. Suno making his way out the bubble, looking for the clear. We'll just get... No, we'll actually take a bounce out into the side of blue, into the blue bubble. But the baked potato stack is there first, being picked up by Pixel. Pixel just sending it up to Sam. And Sam making his way forward, looking for the pass. And he will send it over to Satori. Satori across to Pixel. And a nice long pass will connect as Pixel goes for the shot. We'll just ding off the rim and back out of the orange bubble. Now back into the hands of your boy Sam. Your boy Sam crossing it over to Scubs. Scubs making his driving towards the bubble. And he will connect for another 2 points. Baked potato now 13 points in the lead with 13 points on the board.
You know, I threw out some statistics in the beginning of this game. I threw out, well, you know, Baked Potato, they've struggled in Master, and they've come, their first 2 games in the Diamond Division just weren't great. They lost both of them, and I thought, you know what, these statistics, they look pretty damning for Baked Potato, but Baked Potato, they're looking stronger than we've seen so far, and they're looking to put on a good show today, and oh no, that is just, there's nothing more to say but just unlucky for them. A 3-pointer bounce from midfield, and they're going to find themselves down a significant amount of points. Only 4 more points to go for a Mercy, and there's 3 minutes left in this game. It's very possible we're seeing a quick Mercy here.
It is very possible. Now as the pass comes over to Mr. Bullied, Mr. Bullied just slowing it down. I see Cosmic in the chat just saying Baked loses against really good teams, but Mantis wins against bad teams. Well, Baked did lose against Neo, and Mantis did beat Neo, so it's not necessarily just them losing against bad teams or good teams and then them winning against bad teams, as the shot from your boy Sam with the cut pass comes through, putting it for 2. Now 18 points in the lead, 2 away from the Mercy, 2 minutes on the clock. It looks like it could be a very possible Mercy in this first round, which definitely not good for Mantis, obviously very good for Baked Potato, as this is probably going to be their first win in the regular ladder.
Yeah, it's a much needed win, and they're looking to, they know they need it, and they're making it happen here. They're just, they're being absolutely monstrous. These passing plays, their defensive aggression, it's all been on point here, but it looks like there could be a chain coming out for some points for Mantis, but it just does not happen. Ascend downfield yet again. Oh no, an open net could find an opportunity, but it looks like these Mantis players are kind of responding a little slow, maybe hoping that they can get this over with and get on to the next round, as a goal right here would put an end to round number 1. We're just, we're awaiting the final result. We know what the result of this round is ultimately, but we're just waiting to see that conclusion play out for us. But if I was Mantis right now, I'd be figuring out what we can be doing to respond to the passing plays, how we can change up our aggression to just be 1,000 times more effective. That's what needs to happen here going into round number 2. Less than a minute left in this round, as they're just playing around with this disc, not really making much happen here.
They definitely do need to change up something. I mean, it could just be, as Cosmic points out, that it could just be a bad day for Badgers. I mean, or Mantis even. Like, I need to get used to that new name change, because they're not usually like off. Like, they do pretty well in the season. I mean, there's a reason that Diamond just maybe that is just a bad day for them, as now Pixel just puts it in for the Mercy. Will be Baked Potato taking this first round with the Mercy, but it could just be a bad day for Mantis. Maybe they would play better another day. Maybe they are just playing are just worse than Baked Potato. I mean, obviously Baked Potato took the Mercy, but it's not always about skill. You got to remember these people are people, so could just be having a bad day. I mean, after all, they're not robots. They might be robots in the game, but not in real life. So they won't be the same skill. They won't be perfect every day. So take that into account. But it will be Baked Potato taking that first round.
We can only hope it's just a bad first round, because we still have a potential 2 more to go. It's not down and out, but a 20-0 scoreline definitely isn't the best kickoff by any means. But there are some accomplishments we can take a look at. Taking a peek at this scoreboard, your boy Sam, responsible for 9 out of the 20 points made in that first round, just putting on an absolute performance, and it really isn't on anyone's shoulders. Everyone is playing how they should be. The passes are on point, the aggression on defense is on point. Everyone on Baked Potato has the same amount of assists. They're all doing absolutely fantastic in every way, and it's showing here. They're putting on a show for the Diamond Division, and hopefully they can carry this on to their next matches in the rest of the season.
Hopefully they can. Maybe the second round will be interesting. Like I've mentioned this plenty of times before as well, but it could just be the case that Mantis needs to get used to the playstyle of Baked Potato. Of course, Baked Potato for the entirety of the first cycle were Master Tier, and then their first week back they didn't play Mantis. So this is their first match against them. Of course, they might have scrimmed them before, but I assume Baked Potato being in Master, they probably scrimmed more Master Tier teams rather than Diamond. So it could just be the case they've never actually played them before. They just need to get used to them, get used to their playstyle, and figure out how to counter it.
You might be right about that. You're totally right. I want to take a minute to address chat. Chat, we just saw round number 1. We've been here with you. We've enjoyed this one together. We're going to round number 2. It can't get less close than a 20-0. But are you guys, how close are you guys expecting this next round to be? Usually there's a trend where the second round is much more competitive than the first, and that's what I'm hoping to see here. What are you guys hopeful for a competitive and close next round, or are you guys thinking it's going to be a 20-0 sweep here? I'm hoping for a very close match. I'd love to see a lot more out of Mantis. They've been doing pretty well in their season so far, so we'll see how it plays out. Just a matter of moments until we get into round number 2.
Looks like there has been a pause. Not sure why at the moment. It looks like there was a player dropped earlier, but both teams now have their rosters back in the game, so not sure why it's paused at the current moment. We'll just have to wait, just have to delay that second round even more as just these players get sorted whatever issue is currently happening.
Yeah. Flare VR in the chat says 16-2. I mean, I can't fault him for being realistic, but yeah, that's a pretty safe bet. 24 from Tom Wellings is probably a better prediction. 20-4, that's also very possible. 4 goals. I think if Mantis can pull off at least 2 goals here, they can say they at least improve for round number 2. There's still a significant amount of improvement to be made to secure this game. I mean, if they come out of the gates swinging, if they reverse sweep 20-0, or if they even make it competitive and bring us to overtime, that would be an enormous feat. I mean, there is a large mental toll that plays when you're playing esports. If you are in a long series, especially VR esports where everything is so physical, being down 20-0, there's a term on the internet, I think it's called being down bad. It's just not a good situation to be in. So, you know, if they're able to bring themselves out, if they're able to get out of this mental funk and bring a real competitive game, I'd love to see that in round number 2. We're just waiting on this timeout to see what happens.
Flevia in the chat just saying, I hope it's going to be really close, but I don't think that'll happen. Well, I think we all hope that games are going to be close because it just makes for a more exciting cast, and of course you guys who are watching it, if you're not playing, at least you want an exciting match to watch. But I mean, after that first round, I mean, it might not happen, but you can't really judge everything off of the first round. Even if it was a mercy, it could be much closer in the second round. We don't know. I mean, it's happened in VRML before. It could very well happen again, seeing as this is diamond, this isn't bronze. In bronze, you could probably kind of gauge the outcome of a match more based on how well a team or how bad a team did in the first round. Because, you know, bronze, they're new players, new teams. They might not have the ability to adapt as well as like a diamond or a master team would. So for diamond, it's a little more. Even if the first round was a mercy, it could definitely be completely opposite in the second round and bring us to a third round. We just have to wait and see with these matches. It's really hard to predict.
This one isn't too. I mean, it's not hard to make a easy prediction, but it's hard to make a fun prediction.
I mean, just diamond overall is usually, so it's a bit more difficult to make a prediction rather than bronze.
Diamond division has been very competitive. I mean, all these divisions have been very competitive. There's teams just scrapping it out for just to squeak out in the top margins of their division. A lot of teams just battling it out, struggling. And you know, you'll love to see it throughout every division. Teams just making it work. And you know, no matter what division you're in, as long as you're getting wins, as long as you're improving, that's all that really matters at the end of the day. I guess I guess having a tag in the social lobbies that says BRML Season Champion Warlord, like, I guess that's a flex, but as long as you're out there improving and making it and getting it done, that's all that matters in the end of the day. Right, guys? It's all about having fun, right, guys?
Looks like it was just Mantis taking a break, which they probably needed after that first round. Maybe just discuss what they were doing wrong, what they felt was they were doing wrong. But we'll now be finally getting into the second round right here on VRML Channel 1 of Mantis versus Baked Potato, and it is Baked Potato getting the first possession of initial joust. But it looks like Mantis already looking more strong here, or stronger even, as they are chasing that disc round with a stack, and then the snag from Ando will get the clear down into the blue side again, into the blue bubble. A race for the disc, and it looks like it will be Baked Potato getting there first. Well, this time a lot more closely followed by Mantis. Ando with the steal off the head, trying to go for the backboard shot. We'll just go wide off the intended placement, but back in terms of Stu just resetting it back to Mr. Bullied. Mr. Bullied now taking his time at the back, waiting for the pressure. We'll send the pass up to Stu sending it down to Denson, and then Denson going for the shot off the backboard. We'll just ding off the rim into hands of Satori now. Satori with the clear back into the mid. He's now just stuck in the mid, and it will be Pixel getting there first. We can see that Mantis stack flying past though, trying to get to defense, and one player pressuring the disc. Now it's back in the hands of Pixel. Pixel trying to get the pass off as a double stun does come through on the side, and it will drift into the orange bubble, but quickly stolen by Satori, and Satori will put it in for 2 points.
Honestly, despite being scored on, Mantis had a much better look. They looked better going in this game. They had a lot more effective aggression on the defense in the first attempt, definitely. But even when they went in for that goal attempt, they were all over the passers. They were trying to get as much as they could. Unfortunately, there was a hole in the defense and a man in the bubble. So, Baked Potato, they're going to be able to take the early lead in round number 2. But it looks like, hopefully, Mantis showing up in round number 2. It's yet to be seen, though. A pass back towards goal. Your boy Sam looking for an opportunity. Sends it downfield in the tunnel. It's in the hands of Scubs. A pass on forward, and a chain from Baked Potatoes now has an approach on the goal, but it's sent on back. A missed pass will actually delay a bit of time, so they're going to have to find a new pass and a new setup for this attempt on goal. Now in the hands of Pixel Craze, your boy Sam gets the pass. And a pass on back. They're just keeping control and trying to find these opportunities. Not making any attempts just yet, but a man on the nest. He'll take the disc and he'll send it up, but a bounce off of the bar. That's gonna be a hard shot.
Now it's another ding off the rim, and your boy Sam with the slap, but Mr. Blade will just catch that one, sending it out of the bubble but into the hands of Pixel. Pixel now getting pressured. We'll send a long pass. We'll just go wide off the target. Scub's not being able to catch it, but Sam will be able to recover it for Baked Potato. Now resetting it back to Pixel and the bow tie. Pixel just making some moves, and as he sends it down to Scubs. Scubs going for the shot. We'll just ding off the bottom pocket, and now the clear coming through, just getting stuck in the corner, and it will be Pixel getting there first. Trying to send the pass over, but we'll just bounce off some Geo. We'll recover it though into his hands, and now the pass up to Satori. Satori across to Scubs. Scubs going for the shot, but Stu will not allow that one in, and we'll get the clear. Now it will get back into the blue side. Now race for the disc. Disc is loose. It looks like it will be Mantis getting there first, not just overshooting it, and now in the hands of Pixel. Pixel making his way forward, not getting pressure, just looking out for that Mantis stack, as it does actually come through, and he does send a clear up into the hands of Satori. Satori ducking that first defender, just not quite, but he does get the pass up to Sam, and Sam puts it in for another 2 now. Baked Potato 4 points in the lead.
It's looking a bit like deja vu here. Your boy Sam, he'll make it happen, and Satori, she gets the assist on that goal. We're 4 minutes into the round here, and it's looking like the same story happening here. Now, Stu, he'll have that pass up towards the right tunnel. It's going to make its way further downfield, and a stun out bottom left. Oh, an opportunity in bubble as Stu takes a disc, but a missed shot. He's going to bounce off that wall. Now in the hands of Satori. Gets a pass on over towards Scubs in midfield, and a pass further up. Probably going to get passed back because he doesn't have anyone upfield to work with. He'll just hold it for a little bit. And, yeah, looking for these opportunities. We've seen at Baked Potato, they've been meticulous and accurate. Satori. Pass on over right. Gets intercepted by Mr. Bullied, and another interception by your boy Sam. Just a struggle to get it out of their half.
Your boy Sam now making his way forward, going closer to that bubble as he sends the pass across to Scubs, I believe it was. Scubs going for that pass down, but the missed shot looks like it did just thing off the rim, and the clear coming through. We'll just get stuck in the mid again. Mantis just struggling to get that disc out of their side for a long period of time, or for any time at all. It looks like Baked Potato just managing to keep it in their side, putting a lot of pressure on them. I mean, as the clock does run down, if you can't get it off your side, it's definitely a lot of pressure as the clock does run down. Now your boy Sam going for the shot. He will just ding it off the bottom of the rim, and it will end up in the hands of Scubs. Yeah, again, Baked Potato with possession, sending it up to your boy Sam. Your boy Sam making his drive towards the bubble, but as he does spin, he will just miss the shot. Now into the hands of Mr. Bullied, I believe that was, with the clear back into the blue side. Can Mantis capitalize? No, as it will be Baked Potato getting their first pixel, picking it up for Baked Potato, trying to send the pass back, and it will connect to Sam. Now Sam sending a cross pass over to Scubs. Scubs sending it back to Sam, and then Sam making his way forward.
Yeah, a lot of aggression being made here by Mantis, but it's not being that effective. Baked Potato, they're ready for the passes, they're ready to make these plays, and they're not being caught out of position anytime soon. A toss on up towards goal will not find the mark, and Satori passes on back towards Scubs. Just another back and forth of passes, and Denson, well, he'll grab that ball right out of his hand and send it downfield. Now stuck in the left side, grabbed by Andu, tossed towards goal as Stu is hanging onto the bar. He'll make it happen. He has the shot, and a 2-4 scoreline. That is the first goal of the game for Mantis. Can we get a Pog champ? Can we get Komodo hypes in chat for the first Mantis score of the game?
I just see Tom in the chat. This is like silver/gold if they were an A. I mean, not sure I necessarily agree with that. Just because maybe they're playing slower doesn't mean they don't deserve to be in diamond. I mean, I just say they're playing slower as that fast stat comes through. But NA and OC, not NA and OC, well, including OC as well. But NA and EU do have quite different, not quite different at this point, but still different play styles. And obviously, it ranges from team to team, whether that's because of ping issues or just skill and just preference. But I mean, Diamond, they are Diamond here for a reason, so you can't take that away from them. At least they are a good team now. Sam going for the shot, will just miss back in hands of Satori. But I mean, Baked Potato maybe he's just better, and then just showing Mantis up as Scubs does put it in for the 2.
A timeout from Mantis, most likely. Is what we're gonna see here. It's a rough spot to be in, you know. You start to make it competitive. You're 2-4, but the pressure from Baked Potato, they're not as effective. They're not finding as many opportunities, and maybe that's because Mantis has just been much better on their defense, been much more aggressive on their defense to prevent a lot of scores from happening. So they've been able to slow down the progress of Baked Potato, but in doing that, they haven't been able to find enough goals to tie up this game yet. They were close, but now they are down another 2 scores. Potentially, if they get 2 3-pointers, they could take the lead in a matter of seconds. But besides that, they are down another 2 goals, and their progress just keeps getting, the bar just keeps getting moved more and more for Mantis, and there's only a matter of time left in this game. There's only a few minutes left to go. So, you know, for Mantis, they're going to have to step up the pace. They're going to have to make these goals happen much quicker. And if you're Baked Potato, just keep doing what you're doing. It's working.
It is working. We do just have a timeout here for whatever reason. Maybe just another break to just quickly rediscuss tactics, or maybe disconnect or something. I can just see people here in the chat saying that we're quiet, so if the cameraman could quickly sort that out for us, because I think it's just the levels and not the actual like distance. Not just you, Wazdaaa, but just I think both of us. I think maybe just the levels are off. But me, maybe apparently it's just Wazdaaa then.
It's just me, guys. I'm sorry for sucking.
Maybe you just need to move closer to your mic then. Maybe you just are a bit far away, especially since you have a new mic. But it will be Now on unpause, Stu will take QB for Man to send it over to Bullied. Bullied will get stunned out by Sam as they are able to read the joust, and Sam puts in for the 3 points. That is a reason why you have multiple jousts, or at least change up the joust by just simply reversing it, because then a team as skilled as Baked Potato, they will just eventually read your joust and cover exactly where your passes are, and a quick goal like that will happen. Now as Stu does take QB again, getting pressured this time, we'll send it over to the Pac-Man to Mr. Bullied. Mr. Bullied will get the clear down into the blue side, now into the hands of Pixel. Pixel will actually just headbutt it, getting pressured by that Mantis stack, but just dodging it and into the hands of Satori. Now Satori over to Sam. Satam now passing it back to Scubs. Sorry, so Scubs over to Satori. Satori just dodging that Mantis stack and trying to send it through, but we'll just bounce back into the hands of Stu. Stu with the clear.
Yeah, the pace for Baked Potatoes has been pretty consistent throughout this match. In the first round, they were completely outpacing Mantis, but in this round number 2, Mantis has stepped it up. Without a doubt, Mantis has stepped up their level of play going into round number 2, and that's exactly what that's what I asked them to do. So I guess if anything they listen to me. But they're still getting outpaced despite picking it up, and it's showing. They're down considerable amount of points with just a minute left to go, and the control from Baked Potato is just dominating. They're not giving anything up to Mantis, and they're absolutely dominating here. It's gonna be pretty much a GG. 40 seconds left. It's all but over. And congratulations to Baked Potatoes for getting their first win in this new division. Finally able to secure one for themselves.
Now Scubs looks like he was just sending that back pass, but missing. Will be Mantis now going for a dribble. Looks like maybe he can put a little more points on the board, close that gap a little, but it does just bounce back. Have less than 15 seconds remaining as Baked Potato does pick it up, getting stunned out by Stu, and Stu will send it forward, but with 5 seconds remaining, it will be Baked Potato taking this second round. Will be a lot closer. I mean, 9-2 compared to 20-0 is definitely a difference. So Mantis were able to adapt, just not enough to beat them in the second round and bring them into third round. But I mean, none of you guys in the chat can predict. I mean, you all wrong, firstly, because I mean, you all had predictions like 18-2, and it was definitely not that big of a difference. So good on Mantis for at least being able to adapt and just decrease the score for Baked Potato than what it could have been.
Yeah, the potential outcome of round number 2 was looking desolate, but there it is. Looking at the scoreboard, I mean, there's one obvious MVP in my book, and that is your boy Sam across these maps, accumulating a total of 14 points for his team. It's absolutely incredible the work he was able to do today off the back of his teammates. Just great support and great passing. And they increase their standings now 2-10 in the season. There's a bit of time left to go. This season is looking not the greatest for them, but still showing a bit of light left. Very good showing, and yeah, that was a dominant game.
It was, but with that being said, we will just close off this cast. Baked Potato taking this matchup in 2 rounds. So thank you all for watching. I've been Ismioli, joined by Wazdaaa and Alocoste on the cams running the show, making it look awesome as usual. Hope you all have enjoyed this cast. Make sure to go check out the Ecorina YouTube channel for VRML. Just search up VRML Ecorina, something like that, and you should be able to find it pretty easily. You get plenty of highlights, VODs, past VODs from matches, and just all the good stuff from VRML on there. But anyways, I hope you all have a great day, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all soon.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.